The Borei-A class, officially known in Russian defense circles as Project 955A, is a series of nuclear-powered ballistic missile submarines designed and built by the Russian Federation as a part of its strategic modernization program. These submarines form what is often referred to as the sea leg of the nuclear triad: land-based missiles, strategic bombers, and submarine-launched ballistic missiles. The Borei-A class was conceived during a period of post-Soviet restructuring and rebuilding, both economically and militarily, and its development reflects not just a technical evolution, but a political and symbolic one as well. The origins of the Borei program began in the 1990s, shortly after the collapse of the Soviet Union. Russia inherited a large but aging fleet of strategic submarines, many of which were designed in the 1970s and 1980s. With technological obsolescence, economic collapse, and widespread disorganization in its military-industrial base, Russia faced an urgent need to create a new class of submarines that could serve into the 21st century and preserve its status as a nuclear power. The Borei project was launched in response to this need, with the intent of building a reliable, modern, and domestically produced submarine that could carry a new generation of ballistic missiles. The first generation of Borei submarines, designated Project 955, were built using a combination of legacy Soviet designs and new Russian systems. These submarines were considered transitional, meaning they were operational and important, but not fully representative of Russia's future strategic vision. The Project 955A, or Borei-A class, is the so-called improved or advanced version. It includes several design enhancements over the initial version, including reduced acoustic signature, better hydrodynamics, improved electronic warfare and sonar systems, and more efficient living conditions for the crew. These are the submarines now being delivered to the Russian Navy and presented publicly as symbols of national strength. At face value, the Borei-A class is a capable and serious weapon system. It is powered by a nuclear reactor, which allows it to remain submerged for months at a time without surfacing. This endurance is a core feature of its strategic role, remaining hidden under the oceans, patrolling undetected, and ready to launch missiles if called upon. The submarine is designed to be quieter than its predecessors, which is crucial in submarine warfare where the ability to remain undetected is often more important than speed or firepower. A quieter submarine is harder to locate with sonar, making it more survivable and better suited for second-strike deterrence missions. The submarine's hull is believed to be constructed using improved shaping and sound-dampening materials. A major design change involves the use of a pump jet propulsion system, rather than the traditional open propeller. A pump jet works by drawing water in and pushing it out in a more enclosed, controlled way, reducing noise and improving stealth. The exact acoustic signature of the Borei-A is not publicly available, and even within Russia, such details are classified. However, Russian media and military officials have repeatedly claimed that the submarine is among the quietest in the world. These statements, while serving a psychological and deterrence purpose, are difficult to verify independently. Internally, the submarine is equipped with command and control systems, navigation tools, and sonar arrays intended to help it detect other vessels, avoid detection, and maintain accurate location while submerged. The ability to know where the submarine is in relation to Earth's surface is critical, especially for ballistic missile targeting. The crew operates under strict military protocols and rotates between shifts to keep the vessel operational for long periods of time. Russian media has often praised the improved crew conditions on Borei-A submarines compared to older models, suggesting better ergonomics, living quarters, and automation. These improvements are not just comfort upgrades. Better crew conditions support longer, more efficient patrols. One of the more notable issues surrounding the Borei-A class is the narrative constructed around it. Russian state-run media outlets, official statements, and televised events often present these submarines in dramatic, almost mythologized terms. They are described as undetectable, invincible, or game-changing platforms. Senior government officials often attend commissioning ceremonies, and footage of the submarines launching missiles or cruising through icy waters is used to reinforce national pride and project strength to both domestic and foreign audiences. However, this highly polished image invites scrutiny. Defense analysts and observers outside of Russia often express skepticism about how advanced the Borei-A truly is. While no one denies that the class is a significant step forward for Russia's naval capabilities, the way it is portrayed sometimes blurs the line between technological achievement and propaganda. Terms like stealthier than any foreign submarine or impossible to track are not grounded in measurable, public data. These statements serve a political and psychological function, to reassure the domestic population of national strength and to send a message to adversaries. The exaggerated narrative around Borei-A submarines also helps obscure the real structural challenges within Russia's defense sector. Building nuclear submarines is an extraordinarily complex task that requires a reliable supply chain, advanced metallurgical capability, skilled labor, and precision manufacturing, resources that have been increasingly strained due to economic pressure, internal corruption, demographic decline, and technological isolation. These factors often do not appear in official statements but remain real limitations behind the scenes. Despite these challenges, Russia has successfully commissioned several Borei-A submarines into service. However, how often they are at sea, how reliable their systems are under prolonged deployment, and how quickly they can be maintained or repaired are questions that remain unclear. Independent verification of readiness and performance is limited, making it hard to assess whether these submarines are consistently patrolling as advertised or spending more time in port than claimed. In 2025, there were serious allegations that a breach had occurred involving one of the newest Borei-A submarines. Intelligence reports suggested that sensitive data regarding the submarine's design and operations had been obtained by an external actor. These included crew logs, technical documents, and engineering data. While the full scope of the breach is not publicly confirmed, the very existence of such reports calls into question the operational security surrounding the submarine program. If true, this represents not just a military setback but a major reputational issue that undermines the image of invulnerability projected by the government. The symbolic function of the Borei-A cannot be overstated. In a time when conventional forces are under strain, these submarines are showcased as proof that Russia remains a global power with a functioning strategic deterrent. They are used to signal technological continuity from the Soviet era, even though much of the industrial base that once supported such projects has eroded. While the submarines are real and functional, their portrayal as unmatched or flawless serves a psychological role as much as a military one. The Borei-A class represents a clear investment by Russia in maintaining and modernizing its strategic nuclear deterrent at sea. Technologically, it is more advanced than its predecessors and capable of performing key military roles. However, the program is also heavily influenced by narrative construction, designed to promote national strength and international deterrence. The limitations of the program, whether in terms of actual performance, information security, or production challenges, are often glossed over in favor of carefully crafted messaging. Understanding the Borei-A class, therefore, requires more than technical analysis. It requires recognizing the role of narrative, state power, and perception management in shaping how military programs are presented to the world.